Hello, today is September 12th of 2021. Before we start, I would like to dedicate this reporting to the late Mr. Magallaon, the father of our co-group mate, Decadet Ayanes Magallaon, who just recently passed this evening. And before we start, I would like to put credits on our groupmate, Decadet Ayanes Magallaon, for preparing our PowerPoint for today. And despite with unfortunate circumstances, he still do his job in preparing our PowerPoint for today. And as we grieve with him, I would like to ask for a moment of silence as we grieve with the family. Thank you. As we start, we are the group 3, and we would be discussing to the topic in regards to describe the differences between vector and raster charts, determine the procedures on setup of vector system, display functions, and integration. Hello, I am Decadet Opledan Gabriel M. Now, describe the differences between vector and raster charts. Many Canadians hydrographic services on our CHS charts are available in digital form as either a raster navigational chart, RNC, or a vector electronic navigational chart, ENC. Both charts are used to navigation software to provide navigation with electronic alternative to a paper charts, resulting to a safer navigation.
So, hello, good day. I am Carl Jupit Mancao. So, raster chart or RNC. Raster navigational chart are direct copy or scan of the paper charts. It looks identical to a paper chart as all the information shown is directly printed. The chart only grows larger or smaller as per zooming and when rotated. Everything rotates. Raster navigational charts are simple electronic images of a paper chart. They are digitized by scanning the paper chart and converting each line to a raster picture element or pixel. Beyond georeferencing or position the second chart so that it appears in the right location with correct X and Y coordinates. There is no intelligence or extra data in the raster image.
Good afternoon, sir. I am James Cora Morales, and I will continue the report to describe the differences between vector and raster charts. We all know vector charts is a electronic navigational charts, or what we call ANCS. Then on raster charts, or what we call RNC, is known as a paper chart or a printed chart. So the difference between the two is vector chart is an electronic, while the RNC, or what we call raster charts, is a paper chart or a printed chart. So ANCs are smart charts, which means the user can click on different features such as a light or buoy to retrieve additional information not available in paper, or what we call not available on raster charts. So an ANCs, or electronic navigational chart, is a lot of features and also it is easy to use, because in ANCs it's just one click, then you can see the light or the buoy or what additional information you want to see, while the raster charts is just a printed chart that does not have a full information than the picture chart. So for example, what appears on only what appears only as an image on an RNC or on a paper chart, but an ANC can identify it if it has a wharf and attach attributes to it such as height, length, age, ownership, number of births, etc. So these additional data which is contained directly with ANCs are what we call electronic navigational charts. So might otherwise only be available by consulting the relevant sailing directions publications. So next slide please.
Hello everyone, I am Aldrin Namawan and I will continue the reporting. ENCs used on an electronic chart, display, and information system. ICDIS and integrated with other data such as GPS, position, radar, planning routes, heading, speed, and route, assist mariners and alert them to sailing hazard, warning, and dangerous situation. ENCs are powerful and flexible navigational tools that provide user with more control over the display of the chart. The next reporter will talk about how to determine the procedure on setup of ICDIS system, display, function, and integration.
Hi, good day everyone. I am John Simon Hava. This topic is to determine the procedures on setup of ICDIS system, display, functions, and integration. So, the navigators must understand the main safety setting for the shallow contour, safety depth, safety contour, and deep water contour in order to set them properly. Avoid unwanted incidents and then to achieve a sensible implication. Shallow contour value is used to tell ICDIS what is the value of shallow waters for our draft. This is the value of depth below which is definite for the vessel to get aground. The shallow contour value need to be equal or more than the draft of the vessel. Safety contour is the contour line above which we can navigate without any water depth concern. Thank you.
So, I am Lloyd Edison Ronan. So, determine the procedures on setup of ICDIS. So, safety contour is the contour line above which we can navigate without any water depth concern. Safety depth is the only depth setting on ICDIS. It is the depth of water we can safely navigate upon. So, ang use sa ICDIS is mo na siya ang kanang makaread sa siya o kanang kaning depth of water or gilamon sa tubig. Then deep water contour is a relative term and user is free to set as per what he believes could be deep water for him. Entering the safety settings will warn us with an alarm when vessel enters in a shallow waters. So, if the vessel is entering in the shallow water, so ang naay kanang alarm sa bridge nga mutingog if ang vessel na nasa shallow water. Then danger detection settings can help giving pre-warning of the danger. He said we only need to define the area in which need the ICDIS to warn us. Then set up and use of ICDIS alarm. So alarm are another issue on ICDIS. Due to many alarms, it factors and warning most of OOWs or officer on watch. Due to alarm fatigue, prefer to return the alarm in silent mode. Deck officers who are unfamiliar with the setup and use of ICDIS alarms have been involved in groundings in shallow waters incident and other unfavorable situation. So if you are deck officers, then you don't know the alarm in which that alarm is represents that your vessels in shallow water, so you will be grounding. Then a clear policy regarding ICDIS alarms handling will guide the officer on watch to appropriate awareness level during their watch. Then next is Safety, Quality, and Environmental Solution, or SQA Marine has prepared a checklist aiming to provide the necessary steps required to ensure vessels proper ICDIS setup. So, ang purpose sa SQA or Safety, Quality, Environmental Solution is that mao ni siya ang nag-help sa ato sa atong ICDIS nga i-prepare niya ang mga checklist nga o na ni-provide yung mga steps para ma-set up atong ICDIS properly.
Good day everyone, I'm Kid D. Matias and I will discuss about on how to determine the procedures on setup of display. So, ECDIS has become the essential tool for watchkeeping officers on ships. Navigating a ship with an ECDIS is fundamentally different from navigating with paper charts. It is important that the masters, navigating officers, and ship owners are aware of the benefits of managing the chart display, safety settings, and alarm system of ECDIS. ECDIS-equipped vessels have been involved in a number of groundings which may have been avoided had it not been for failures in the setup and use of ECDIS safety settings and alarm systems. Inappropriate settings are likely to render the safety contour alarms meaningless. The use of ECDIS safety setting has often been overlooked by navigating officers due to either ignorance or insufficient knowledge. Deck officers may be unfamiliar with the setup and use of ECDIS alarms, thereby increasing the risk of grounding in shallow waters and causing other unwanted situations. Appropriate safety settings are of paramount importance for ECDIS display. These settings control how the ECDIS presents depth information, making it easier to visualize areas of water that are safe for the vessel to navigate in from those which are not. Thank you.
So, good day everyone. I'm Chrysler Narciso, and now I will be reporting the functions and integration of ECDIS. So, many companies approach integration on a function-by-function basis, focusing first on functions, for which integration offer the highest returns. Although the focus differs from industry to industry. Inventories, procurement, inbound logistics, manufacturing, operations, and distribution of products and services are the functions most frequently integrated. All-inclusive approaches encompass functions ranging from raw materials, extraction through manufacturing and distribution to customer and back. Closed-loop approach includes asset stripping and rework or recycling of products returned by customers. A well-integrated supply chain must open to functional ship stability. The assignment of functional responsibility to members of the supply chain is positioned to perform those functions at the lowest overall cost or in the shortest cycle time. Realignment of such activities within the supply chain should be reflected in commensurate shift in benefits and risk. So the next reporter will continue to report this topic.
So hi everyone, I'm Dave and today I would like to discuss the slide 18 and 19, which is the function and integration. So The effort required to identify key functional activities and their interrelationship has caused many companies to change from integrating and managing supply chains by functions to integrating and then process, which is the process management. These companies typically use a business process architecture to analyze processes and supply chain relationship in successive level of detail. Viewing the supply chain as a set of integrated process capabilities rather than as separate corporations and functions can provide critical insights that can be used to improve performance. So in this way, complex activities can be coordinated to great advantage between functions and administrative or multiple interests. So next, the functions and integrations, the slide number 19. So integration is most beneficial when it occurs across multiple processes that have significant effects on supply chain's performance, such as information technology, marketing, and finance. Integration across multiple processes can enable customization of supply chain according to delivery channels, manufacturing requirements, or market segments. So that would be all. Thank you.